Good morning, everyone. It's Lonnie. We're back in the shed. Last night, y'all saw me pull all these orders and pack. Well, you didn't see me pack them, but they're packed. I set them over there because I have to pull the rest of the orders from this weekend now. The rest of the stuff that's sold on eBay. And try and get to some more questions at the end of this video, too, if y'all are interested in that. Also, in just a little while, if it hadn't already happened, Guys Without Jobs podcast has been updated, so go check that out. Links are down below for all that stuff. But let's get to work. Now, this is a big order here. This one is going out to Darren, and Darren, I saw his eBay store. He's a pretty big time eBay seller. So I really appreciate this business, Darren. I think we've got 11 items to pull, so bear with me. The first thing is a strawberry shortcake thing. Oh, it's right up here. That's right. I've had this forever. And it was on sale, so it finally sold. I think this sold. I'm not going to give y'all prices just because it'd be too hard. Y'all could see them on the screen. I'm going to put screenshots for everything. Yeah, that's part of the order. I've got an X-Men figure from Pop B shelf that's part of the order. Yeah, this guy right here. Okay, this order is gonna clear some shelf space. Got a Holy High-Rise Batman figure from Mid B. Okay, it's gonna be down here. Should be pretty easy to find, huh? It's right here. This package right here where they're like scaling a wall. That was a pretty good one. I think it was like $35 or something. Pop B shelf also. So just here we have the figure that I left behind. Joker with diorama. He's got a couple of props and stuff. Now I've got one that doesn't have a shelf label or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be on this shelf, I hope. I think I've seen it here. DC Direct New Frontiers Batman. If it's not here, then it should be on the next shelf over. Because now I don't think it's here. Alright, yeah, must be over here. DC Direct New Frontiers. Got kind of a, I don't know, maroon looking. I see it now. I'll quit describing it and just show it to y'all. This is it. Got a Wolverine, new in package. I think it's probably going to be here. I think it's this one right here. I know it has like, yeah, claw marks there. I'll compare it to the screen real quick just to make sure, like I just about always do. And yep, that is the correct one. From the Pop A shelf, pulling 3 things this time. They're all going to be right here. Okay, yes, Samantha from Bewitched. Grab that one. This one's a little better. Romulan Commander, that's one of them too. And Action Jackson. Darren bought one of each of those. Now we got to go back to Mid A. Looking for Retro Action Batman. It's right here in front. Perfect. The last thing is from Mid B. Said it was. Oh, it was from Mid B because it's in this little crate here. It's one of these Justice League figures. It is Superman Red. There's Robin. That's him. No. Yeah, Superman Red right here. So that should be, double check again, but that should be 11 items on this order. Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So gonna get all that in probably 2 boxes, I think, and then I'll be refunding some shipping back. Thank you very much, Darren. I hope you like all this stuff. You probably just, like, in total cleared out a shelf by yourself. So thank you very much. All right, managed to get all of Darren's orders into these two 14, 14, 12 boxes. A few more orders to pick. These are packed and labeled and everything. Weirdest thing though, the website, eBay website, I was trying to go to my awaiting shipment on eBay. Only thing I can see are my active items. There's no, I don't know what's wrong with the website right now, but I cannot go to awaiting shipment. But I think I can do it from my phone app, I hope. Like it says, yeah, it says print shipping label on the phone app. So, anyways, let's see, Riddler on the Colima shelf right here. Here we go. This sold for, I think, $14.99 plus shipping on top. I believe that's what it was. Yep. And I need to go to the video games. God of War, or God of War 2, something like that. There it is, God of War. This sold, look, this is this is a pretty horrible video game section, huh? Right here. This sold for $12.99 plus shipping on top. Lisa bought a Batmobile from the Sarah shelf model, Batmobile model kit, rather. This one right here, this is one of the ones that was new in the box, but the box was not sealed. Let's see. See, all the parts inside are bagged up or whatever. So yeah, $13.99 plus shipping on top. Thank you very much, Lisa. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoy. Another DVD box set type thing going out. Who is the Deadliest Warrior? From Spike TV season 1. Here we go, right here. This thing sold for $10.99 plus shipping on top. Sold another model. I have to move this box out of the way. There's a nice little shipping box here. To remember, I have that. Sold another one of these for $17.49 plus shipping. That's really cheap. Like I said before, I think I'm probably making, at this point, I might be making $1 or $2 off of these things at that price, which is fine. Yeah, $17.49 plus shipping on top. Okay, and then the last pull from that account. Finally, I'm selling something from that auction I bought from recently. Selling one of these Sandstone dispensers. They're like used for olive oil and stuff. That's what they were used for anyways. These are made in Italy. They're pretty nice. I got $59.99 plus shipping on top for this. It's 5 liters. I paid $15 for it. I got 4 of them. So I paid $60 for 4 of them. That one will get me most of the money back for all 4. The next one I'll be deep into profit on that buy. Just for this part anyway. All right, on to the second store now. And I got scared on this one. I didn't bring y'all with me at first until I found it. But this lot of 15 DC Who's Who comics sold for, I think it was $15.99. I didn't have the SKU, I forgot to put the SKU number on that listing. So I didn't know for sure where it was. But there's only like 4 or 5 places it should have been. I'm still a little worried. But yeah, $15.99 plus shipping on top. This will be right there at the edge of what I could put in the, it's probably past the edge of what I could put in those Gemini mailers. CW 148. It is a K-Woman comic. I hope the strategically placed Post-its are still there. And here, I'll put my thumb over. This one right here, Miriam's Gallery. This sold for $19.99 plus shipping on top. Dave, a viewer named Dave, hey Dave, bought Apache Skies Fat 19. I just saw it the other day. Actually, I have 2 of these. Fat 19. Yeah, these are both Fat 19s Both same condition, same book and everything. $7.99 plus shipping on top. Thank you very much, Dave. I'll get this out in a Gemini comic mailer right now. All right, next up, I think this hat is in here. And here it is. Case Realtree. Got a deer on it. It's actually a pretty nice hat. It's new with tags and everything. Anyway, sold this for $11.99 plus shipping on top. Some of y'all ask how I ship hats. I find most hats will fit in an 8x6x4 box, and it'll be like 8 or 9 ounces. So that's what I use. I'll usually bag it up first before I put it in the box. CW179. Supposed to be a couple of Wolverine graphic novels. These two right here. These sold for $9.99 plus shipping on top. And yes, I can send these media rate because there's incidental advertising in the back, but other than that, it's all story. Okay, another solid weekend. That's everything that's going out. I've got 3 going to UPS and then everything else going via USPS. So happy with that. I also have I think I have 8 sales today already too, but I'm not going to pack that till tomorrow morning. Oh, I did also, those of you that have been asking about the box resizers, these guys right here, I should have another batch in, if what they're telling me is true, which I have no reason to believe it's not. They should be in like April 5th, 6th, somewhere in there. And yeah, it's been a long time coming though, I'll tell you that. And I'll probably, as soon as I get those on hand, I'll probably order some more. So if you're waiting on those, they should be soon. I got to get this stuff bagged up, loaded up, whatever, and get it away. And then I'll come back and answer some questions. It is nighttime now, and what have I done? I have picked out 10 questions from the last video, screenshotted or screenshot. Is it screenshot the past tense? I don't know why I think that's funny. But anyways, I picked out 10 questions. I'm going to try and go through these pretty rapid fire though. So buckle up. Let's go. All right. This is from either Invalid or Invalid. I'm not sure which is weird because he's got a Richie Rich little avatar guy there, which I used to, this is not going to go fast, is it? I used to read a lot of Richie Rich comics when I was a kid with my flashlight in bed. I read Richie Rich and Archie comics a lot when I was probably like 8, 9, 10 years old, something like that. Anyways, have you ever sold an item, but when getting your item ready to ship, you damaged it somehow by either dropping it, breaking off a piece of something, or just totally destroying the item? I never have. Just wondering if you've ever personally experienced it. Thanks, Ryan. Ryan, I have done that, especially with like figurines. At one point, I had like a couple of thousand figurines for sale, and I sold through pretty much all of them. I think I might have like 10 left or something. I bought out like a whole store full of figurines. And yeah, a couple of times I went to grab something, and like either I broke it previously when I was storing it, or I broke it when I was taking it down. And what I have done in a lot of those situations is go ahead, ship it out anyways, and then message the customer, say, hey, look, this thing got damaged. Just letting you know, I'm refunding the money. I'm sending you the thing anyways. And then I'll refund via PayPal. And that way I don't take an out of stock defect. Now, it depends on the circumstances. If it's real expensive, real like super heavy, if I don't have any defects at the time, you know, because like the worst defect you can get, in my opinion, other than like counterfeit strikes or something, or Vero violations or whatever the heck, or selling like stuff you're not supposed to sell on the platform. Out of stock, the out of stock thing is like one of the worst things. You don't get too many of those before they take you out of top rated seller, and they can just shut your account down at some point if you just start canceling a bunch of orders. So, but good question. Let's see. Next up is Beth. When does eBay bump me from 10 items to 20 or more? I sold only one thing so far. Do I need to sell very good deals right away to open up more room in my store? Good question. And I went through that not too long ago. I think you asked the right question though, because I think a lot of people tend to, okay, I'm going to try eBay. I'm going to do a new store. And then they fill it up with a bunch of cheap junk, right? And then eBay wants to see that you're going to actually sell stuff, right? And they're not, until you sell something, they are not going to bump your limits up. So yeah, you want to get, I think video games are great starter items. Even if you don't make much money on them, find video games that sell for, you know, $7.99, $10, especially right now, and just sell through some of that stuff. And eventually, there used to be two ways to ask for an increase. One way was to request to increase, like on the website itself. They had a little link there by your maximums that you could click on. And the other way was to call, but right now they're not taking phone calls. So I don't know if there's some other way to do it, like email or something like that. But yeah, you struck on the exact thing you need to do. You need to put somewhat low cost, desirable items and sell them for good deals to go ahead and get some business rolling. I think you're on the right track there. You don't want to fill it up with a bunch of junk clothing that nobody's going to buy. That won't help you. All right. The ASMR Vault. How much did you buy those key things for, and how many did you buy? Okay, they're talking about these things right here. These little key fobs. I bought 100 of them at $1.50 a piece. I paid $150. The guy I got them from is a viewer. So I met him like basically via YouTube. He might be watching this video right now. And I also met him in person at the reseller rally in Chicago in 2017. That's where I first met him, like in person. And then, I don't know, maybe a year later, he said, hey, I've got these things. We obtained them, I think, in like an office clean out or something like that. And he gave me a shot at them. He didn't have time to mess with them. He just wanted to flip them fast. And I'm like, yep, I'll try them out. And yeah, that's been a really good deal. But that's where I got that. You know, it's just from making a personal / business connection. You know, talking to people. This is from Chris. I had the opportunity to buy 230 Stampin' Up! Sets for $250. They are all the thicker sets like the one you pulled in this video. I would like your thoughts, and when do you expect to break even on your Stampin' Up! Lot purchase? Okay, so I've already broken even. I'm already into the profit. Like I showed in the last video, I paid $130 for mine. I paid $2 a piece, which is more than you're looking at paying. But I've sold $190 worth, so I'm already in the profit. The best thing I could tell you, 230 Stampin' Up! Sets. The best thing I could tell you, if you can, I would get like a random sampling of the sets, right? Maybe 10 to 15 that you could like look up, and then find out what those are worth, and then average that out, and then just at some point you got to make an assumption that you'll make that much on all of them. And I don't know, 230 sets for $250. It sounds like a good deal to me. It sounds like something I'd do, but I know those are some of the older ones. I don't know. Look up a sampling of them and then kind of extrapolate that out for all of them, and then determine if that's good enough money for you or not. Just off the cuff, just based on what I'm reading here, 230 pieces of product for a little over $1 a piece. I'm a gambler. I'd probably do it. I'd want to look a few up first though. All right. Brian asked, how did you get the shipping so cheap on the toaster oven? Who did you use? Okay, so Something to remember whenever I show the little sold screenshot for items that I have going out, it's going to show a shipping price on that screen. That is actually showing the shipping cost to myself. So it's the lowest possible shipping cost there could ever be. And very rarely does that happen unless I ship somebody like in Louisiana. So you're not seeing the actual shipping that was charged and paid. And I don't mention it, and I don't say how much the shipping was, because I just don't think it's important, because I just do calculated shipping. But they paid pretty much what it costs to ship in this case. But it's always going to show shipping to me. All right, this is from Rad MacDad. That's a good name. How did you originally find your guy? He's talking about the guy I buy all the collectible stuff from, all the Batman stuff and comic books. Actually, a good portion of what's in this shed right now. I met him. He was having a garage sale. It was at a community garage sale where a lot of houses in the same neighborhood have garage sales on the same day. I went to his sale, and I was like, man, there's some weird, unique stuff. I stayed there a pretty good while. I started cutting deals on all kind of stuff. Hey, how much for this? Some puzzles, and how much for these, and how much for that? And we were cutting deals left and right. And then finally he said, do you sell on eBay? And I was like, yeah, I do. I sell on eBay. That's what I do. That's my occupation. And he says, oh man, I am glad to have met you. I have some stuff. That's how that got started. He had a bunch of stuff in a storage unit, and I went and met him there like a week later, and that started the relationship, and the rest is kind of history. But yeah, just from the way I found him was by talking to him, and then when asked, I told the truth about what I was going to do with the stuff that I was buying, and it opened up a door. All right, question from JRC. Man, this constant talking is getting to my voice. Let me go get a bottle of water. Okay, I got a little lubrication. All right. JRC. Hey, Lonnie, how much did you end up profiting from that weight loss bet? So, glad you asked. That's a good way for me to promote the podcast. And the latest podcast should already be out by the time you're watching this video. It's going to be episode number 4. And you can catch that on the Guys Without Jobs YouTube channel, which is linked below, or you can catch it on iTunes or wherever else you do podcasts. Have probably about a 5 to 10 minute segment on exactly that. Gina, isn't your daughter a senior that was about to go to college? How is she coping with the coronavirus situation affecting her schooling? I feel for all kiddos, but especially the seniors this year. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. They are still, they have some kind of online thing where they get assignments and turn stuff in. They have message boards and things like that. But she is a senior, and yeah, she is going to college next year. She's already got scholarship and all, got her dorm picked out. Everything is all set up. But yeah, this honestly, this sucks. And it sucks for my youngest too. She's in her last year at her elementary school, which she absolutely loves. And they're having to do the same thing, doing the, they're not doing quite as much school as they would be if they were actually going to school. I would say they spend maybe 4 hours a day working on stuff and turning assignments in online and everything. It's challenging, but hey, life experience, just something you got to do. But yeah, the timing is horrible, because I remember my senior year of high school was like a really, really special time. So yep, what you gonna do, huh? Oh, my younger daughter, they're actually going to do the teacher is actually going to do a Zoom meeting, teleconference meeting with all the kids from her class and her one day this week, to get them kind of all together on video. At least that's the best they can do. But yeah, it's a tough situation, no doubt. Clay, question, why your decision for shipping on top? Why do you prefer that over free shipping? Okay, so I'm not going to get too far into this, and I don't even think that paid shipping is always the right answer anyway. But I can give a couple of reasons, and I'm not going to go past that just because I go on and on forever about the pros and cons. But I'll give you 2 pros, I think. I think number 1 pro for me is that I've looked at a lot of comps and I've sold a lot of stuff, and I truly believe that people that bake the shipping into the price and offer free shipping, it seems like the stuff sells for less money. I think I get more money by just adding the shipping on top. And also, well, I'm going to give a few. Another thing is, if you have something that you have a lot of quantity of, say comic books or Matchbox cars or whatever it is, and you do the shipping on top, and then you offer, like, if you do the shipping on top, then you can do things like offer multi-quantity discounts, like, okay, pay the shipping on the first one, the rest of them will ship for free. Excuse me. That kind of stuff is a little harder to do when you're doing free shipping, and the customer may not see any benefit to ordering more items at that point. It just gives you a little less flexibility. Another reason, whenever I go to run sales, as long as, and I'm not saying none of my items are currently free shipping, because I might have a few, but whenever I go to run a sale and I'm like, okay, 30%, 40% off, whatever, if you don't have free shipping, then you don't have to worry about the fact that you are giving a discount on that shipping that you baked into the price. Like, I don't mind giving a discount on the purchase price, but I don't want to give a discount on shipping because I'm not getting a discount on shipping. So yeah, those are a couple of reasons. But there, a lot of cases can be made for free shipping too. And I'm not trying to change anyone's mind about doing free shipping or paid shipping. I'm just showing what I do. All right, last question. This is from John. Since you're on lockdown, can you get in trouble going to the post office? No, not here anyways. Around here, there's a few things you can do. You can go to the bank, you can go to the drugstore, you can go to the grocery store. If you have like a job, an important job that you still have to go to, you can go to your job. You can go to the park, and you can go to the post office. Post office lobby is open. They have like tape and stuff down for proper social distancing if you go in line. Me, I go in and I go right to an empty counter. And look, lately the post office has been kind of a ghost town anyway. There's like, usually, maybe today there was nobody in there. Yesterday, I think there was 1 person in there. All right. So I don't ever have to get close to anybody. I go in, I dump my stuff on the counter, I leave, and then I get back in the car. I have a little squirt bottle of sanitizer. I sanitize my hands or whatever, and then I'm done. But no, it's considered, what do you call that? Essential, an essential kind of business. So in some places, maybe you can get in trouble, but not here. So, but anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all again soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.